Exotics SFL here, and today I'm going to bring you guys the Jaguar F-Type V6 400 Sport. We finally have the F-Type in the driveway. The BMW is completely gone, and this is what has replaced it. And as you can see, it has a very nice dark window tint. It is Florida, so it is legal. It is perfectly legal. I showed you guys a tour of the inside and the outside. I want to go a little bit more in depth. I don't really know too much, but I really want to show you guys some cool features on this car. So the first feature of this car is actually unlocking it. So you can use the key, which is a really cool looking key fob, and push unlock, and it unlocks the door and the mirrors fold out and you can lock it. And this does it. But there's another way. So these really cool looking door handles, which look kind of like on an Aston Martin, what you do is you push this and that unlocks the doors, and then you open it. Very simple. And when you want to lock it, you can just push it in and you're good to go. Moving on now to the interior of the car, which you can see has an array of this beautiful yellow stitching. I already showed you guys this in the last video. So what I'm gonna do now is start up the car. So one cool thing that happens is, first of all, you wanna do is you wanna turn on the ignition. So what happens, the gauges do a little dance and the AC vents rise out of the dash. That will definitely break in a few years knowing it's a Jag. So what you do is I like to flick it into dynamic mode and turn on the exhaust. And I think it's gonna start in loud mode, but don't quote me. Ooh. That sounds good. Let's get a little. Ooh. That sounds good. So now I'm gonna shut the door. Really nice sound. That's the chime of the door being open, but now we can appreciate this beautiful, beautiful interior. So as you can see, you got a pretty nice infotainment system. It's okay. It's not the easiest thing to use. It's all right. To me, an infotainment system is good if I can just plug my phone in and listen to music. This, unfortunately, I don't think it has Apple CarPlay. So you can go into like online media, and you got like a bunch of different buttons here. You got like parking sensors and cameras and stuff. You can like, what is that? Park assist. Oh wow, this thing can park itself. Would not trust that. You have this beautiful shifter here, which when you put into drive and reverse, it's kind of like the BMW shifter, and you got a really nice backup here. There's my car right there. And put that into park. And also you can, what's it called? You can put it into drive, and you can put it into manual mode. And what I really like is that this down is up and up is down, like in a race car. My car actually does it, and BMW does that, and Jag does it too. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I push P, it'll go to the center. Yep, it does. That's cool. So looking around the interior, you have a bunch of 400 Sport badges, like right here. You also have it stitched on the headrest. Look at that. That's beautiful. And you got this beautiful Jaguar seats. The leather feels really nice. It smells like a new car in here. It only's got 2,824 miles on the clock. We're in dynamic mode because of the exhaust, but you can flick it here, and then it changes the mode, so it like it's not as red, and you can put it into like snow mode. If you're gonna own this car, dynamic mode 100,000% of the time. Also the exhaust button. As you can see, that is a leather stitch headliner. This is an extended headliner package. I have no idea how much it costs, but it is this beautiful leather. Literally everywhere around the interior, you can see that stitching everywhere. It's not perfectly straight, but that's, you know, it's British engineering for you, and it probably means that it was hand done as well. So there's slight imperfections. But one thing I really like is this sunroof. Now there's a bunch of rain on it, but this really helps the cabin open up, and it feels a lot more airy in here, and a little less claustrophobic. So I'm actually gonna keep that open. You also have some more storage over here. We got Jimmy Cricket over here. My stepdad puts this in every single car he owns. Apparently it's his good luck charm, so That's interesting to say the least, but whatever. One thing I don't like about this interior, so you have like this beautiful, expensive feeling leather up here where you would never see it, but then down here where you're always looking, you got this like cheapish feeling plastic. Sunglasses in there. Like, I just think this is a little like kind of unacceptable because the rest of the interior is just beautiful, and you got this like cheap feeling plastic. Okay, so now I'm gonna start getting into some features that you might actually not realize at first when you actually own a car like this, or rather own this car. So this button right here, you push this, turns off the AC. Push it, it turns back on. Then this is adjust the fan speed. The fans will start blowing. But this is, I think, the cooler part. So you can adjust the temperature as you like. What is really cool is when you push this, see it says the seat icon, you push that and you turn it to the right or left. So this turns on my cooled seat and this turns on my heated seat. So unfortunately you can't do them both at the exact same time, but passenger can turn on their heated seat or cooled seat, which is very nice. And I can turn on my cooled seat. And in Florida, you know, cooled seats are definitely a plus, rather essential. What I really like though are these toggle switches right here. So like they just feel really nice. So you can push this, you got the hazards, you have recirculation, AC, auto, which I dig. You all hear like Mercedes. And it just looks so much more luxurious and you know exactly what the seat's doing. So this controls obviously my backrest. This controls the lumbar. So back and forth. Oh God, did you hear that? That's very loud. This adjusts the top part and this adjusts the bottom part and this just blows it all out. This adjusts, you know, the bottom. It's just your simple bottom controls, nothing really fancy there. And you got the 3 memory seats, which is very nice in a sports car. One thing about the newer, more refreshed F-Types that I don't like compared to the original F-Type is this over here. This is just all gloss black. Like even this gigantic door handle is gloss black. And usually, yeah, it does look nice, but that's gonna be a fingerprint magnet. I just wish they kept with the silver before. I think they look nice. This car does not have is a digital gauge cluster. Now, they fixed that on the refreshed, or rather, like the actual refresh. They literally just put in new lights and that's it. You have the regular gauges. It makes it look a little outdated, but it does look really nice for just normal gauges. All right, so let's take a look at the steering wheel controls. This controls the volume up and down. This controls your different menus in the gauge cluster. I honestly don't really know how to use it. This controls your cruise control, and this button, if you live up north, is a very nice button. It is the heated steering wheel. Very nice feature to have. I'm not going to complain about a heated steering wheel. I actually thought these were the lights, but this is like a wrench on it, and this is SOS, and I don't know what these do. And I'm like, well, how do you turn on the lights? So literally they're just touch sensitive. You touch that and they turn on. Touch on. Touch on. Lexus does this too, but it's also nice that Jaguar does it too. It would be nice if they incorporated a frameless rearview mirror. It would definitely look a lot nicer. The rear window's tiny. It's really small. It's bad. At least at the back it is. From the side, it's okay. You have this gigantic blind spot here. Thankfully, the car has blind spot monitoring. It's kind of hard to see that. Let me zoom in there. It's really hard to see that like little indentation in the mirror. That means the car has blind spot monitoring. And blind spot monitoring is pretty self-explanatory. So, you know, you change lanes and beeps and tells you there's a car in your blind spot. And you can kind of see from over here. It's not that good. Oh, hello, sexy seats. But yeah, it's not the best for visibility. Okay, you guys, so that's pretty much it for the tour of the car. I'm gonna turn it off now. The beast has been turned off. The air vents go away. And now we can get out. Okay, so in summary, that is pretty much a fully loaded F-Type V6 400 Sport. The MSRP on the car was around $100,000 2 years ago. And this car, let's just say, it was for sale for almost half that. Almost half. With the whole pandemic, you know, car prices have gone like this, but what a deal. Thank you, depreciation. I can't imagine what like a 2015 F-Type R costs, like probably like $50,000. Not that I've been trying to look for one or anything. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I didn't forget to do an outro this time. Can you believe that? I just want to try to keep making video, keep making content. If you guys want to see more of the F-Type, please let me know. I'll definitely love to make more videos with this thing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.